If you've adopted a hybrid working pattern for your staff, it's important to review contracts of employment and check these fit your new ways of working. These are the 5 key areas to review. Number 1, place of work. It sounds obvious, but if the employee is working on a permanent hybrid basis, their place of work is no longer the office, but could in fact be a combination of both the office and home. You should be clear in the contract on what the expectations on your employees are, whether this is fully flexible or a minimum number of days in the office, and in what circumstances you might require additional attendance in the office, including particular team events or if there are any performance concerns. Number 2, expenses. You may wish to make it clear that you will not cover the costs of travel from home to the office, as this can become a point of contention when an individual works a proportion of their week from home. You should also specify whether an employee is expected to cover the costs of household expenses, including Wi-Fi, or whether you will contribute to any of the costs of these. Number 3, visitation rights. You owe a duty to provide a safe working environment to employees, which now extends to their home as well as the office. It's a good idea to include an option for you to visit homes to conduct risk assessments in person if necessary. This also enables you to check if company information is being stored appropriately and securely in line with your data protection obligations. Number 4, equipment and insurance. If, like many businesses, you've provided employees with additional equipment to enable home working, whether that be mobiles, computer equipment or furniture, it's important the contract makes it clear that number 1, it's the employee's responsibility to make sure their insurance covers this if yours doesn't. Number 2, it remains company property and needs to be looked after. And thirdly, it needs to be returned on termination of employment. Number 5, confidentiality. There's a greater potential for abuse and lack of care around company confidential information when employees are working at home and not under the watchful eyes of their employer. It's important to make sure your contract makes it clear what confidential information is, what the employee's obligations are in protecting it, and what the consequences are for breaching those obligations.